From the Evil Geniuses perspective, Inferno absolutely sucked. They moved to Nuke, which is a map they're very fond of as well. And the ninth round is happening as we speak. It's an important one. They want us on that CT side. They need something to have confidence in at the beginning of this map.
Yeah, I think this will be a map that will be, where it should be easier for their individuals to get going. You can see how much of a struggle it was for Suck to get in the game. Even still, he manages to get a lot of kills somehow, a lot of damage and impact, but it seems few and far between the rounds in which I think we saw Evil Geniuses individuals thriving. And so I'm hoping that this map will provide that for them. Obviously, I think them starting off on the CT side would be nice, just because it's a bit more comfortable.
It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
They lost the ninth round, so
really, it's they're up against it. They lost both pistol rounds effectively. I mean, if you consider that, well, they won one of the pistol rounds in the first half in the previous map. However, they did get reset immediately, which was that's always such a rough situation. So again, I'm kind of really rooting for a more competitive game in terms of Evil Geniuses getting a good start. So hopefully they got their pistol strats ready to go.
A quick note, starting from map number 2 with the premium pass. Using the interactive minimap, you can clap for your favorite players or spicy players, apparently, by clicking the clapping fireworks button. If enough people clap for one player, they'll be on fire. So whatever claps you want, booty claps, whatever else, get it done with the premium pass. There's all the POVs on there as well. For this map, if you have those premium pass POVs, I would choose Device. I think I mean, there's plenty of interesting POVs to be had, of course, but for me on Nuke, I would like to see how Device rolls out. We spoke about how he absorbed the AWP powers like Shang Tsung to come to his current position, so maybe he can show some of those in that premium pass POV.
His form has looked really good so far in this series. It's obviously not, it's just been one map at this point, but he looked really devastating on that Inferno game. Just hit everything that he needed to, and then some. I think that the couple bursts that we saw from him on Banana, where he just, I think that was like one of the first big buy runs from EG. He just instantly kills 2 people by himself on reaction. Like, that kind of stuff is a little bit scary. We'll have to see if again, like, Sir can have a good performance. I think, Stanislaw is, I mean, honestly, just there's so much from the Evil Geniuses side in terms of individuals that we could talk about. I think Breeze, that is, constantly in the conversation. As you said, there is a trend that if he is on, this team just wins. So hopefully we can see a bit more from the man that was just on your screen, Mr. Breeze. And here, of course, we get the huddle from Astralis. They were in great spirits in that previous match, and they have no reason not to be. So I'm looking forward to seeing exactly the kind of shenanigans we'll see out of them. Glaive is definitely going to go down as in history of Counter-Strike as one of the greatest in-game leaders of all time. I think, James, he's so robust. He was one of the first IGLs that really showed that he can frag and clutch.
Will be happy with that
as well.
Jesus Christ! Get the tissues for the tears. It's the OK sign is not OK, Dan.
Well, this man, I've got a feeling that he's going to be A-OK in this one. I cannot wait to see what Cirque is going to do. He is needed.
Yeah, I mean, he was still fragging. I think it was
yeah.
It wasn't what you would like to see, but maybe it can be here. But again, they are starting on the T side, Evil Geniuses, so it will have to be done the hard way. Stanislaw and Ethan will have the grenades for EG on their T pistol. And off they go. No P250s for the T side. They've got the HE towards the door, the smoke grenade for Mini, and they've got a flashbang as well. Dupree up on the high ground. The numbers game is here, but not for long, because the CTs are going to fight back. Glaive still has the high ground as they trade 3 versus 3.
Yeah, this is still anyone's, especially due to the fact that it is a pistol round. We've got 2 Astralis players going into the upper position. Breeze is going to be waiting for it. That's a beautiful catch there. Great trade just as quickly from Glaive, as Stan is now looking to try to figure out who is going to be peeking first, knowing that it has to be someone around Mini. And he's got his teammate Ethan there watching the upper position there. It's just going to be headshot angles here for Ethan, and he's going to absolutely nail Glaive, leaving it up to this man, Device. He's already dinged down to 2 HP, but we can't count him out of the round until he's dead, until he's cold on the ground, James. He is on out of this one.
Does he look to save his Kevlar at this point? The 1 versus 2 with no defuse kit doesn't look likely. Quietly moving away. Bear in mind, his armor has not been touched in this round. If he can hold on to it, he's going to have to run towards the bomb to escape the T's, which is going to be a weird problem. He wants that cheap helmet, but I don't think he's going to be able to get it. That was a tough spot for him. If he had hit them, then who knows? So that's a really weird situation when you've got that Kevlar to save and you're going to have to maybe force buy or something in the next round. Yeah, headshots to 2 HP. can get that cheap on with 350. But on this occasion, it won't happen. EG start off on the right foot, taking the pistol on the T side. Astralis will, of course, be going for the fours. Device has to buy his Kevlar once again. Double scouts out for Astralis. What is the play here for EG? How do they avoid what do they expect might be a fast play? So an aggressive play outside from Astralis. A flashbang into the inside. Dupree, those up top with an MP9. No immediate push, but maybe that flash will cause some panic and a dump of utility from Astralis, who in fact just have 2 smokes and a flash at this point.
Yeah, I've seen so many Nuke games recently at the upper level whereby the scouts on the CT side completely just devastate the round for the Ts, because so many, it's kind of in the meta to play this anti-force by taking heaven control as the T side, but you've got to get through the outside positions first, and as we can see, the scouts are already starting to do damage. Device gets a tag. Oh, I think he just hit 2 players through the box. So both Ethan and Cirque have been tagged now as well. Device going back to the well for more, but now they're going to move into Zipex's position. The flashbang's there though to deny him a shot, but this is still such a dangerous round here for EG.
1 minute on the clock. So many footsteps outside. Breeze Wing all the way. There's a big deagle from Glaive. Astralis could use the numbers here with Heaven and Hell, trying to send EG to one or the other. 3 on 3 now. Still the high ground advantage towards that A bomb site with Zipex up Heaven. And sorry, he's in the. He's got the scout downstairs, but someone's upstairs. That's Magisk. Thank you, Sliggy. Dupree creeping with the MP9. There's still a chance here for Astralis. 30 seconds. Time is starting to wear thin for Evil Geniuses. We can see Dupree still on the go as well, which might allow a rotation towards be faster for the remaining players. Effects will put a smoke up on control. That'll help him hold this angle as EG have to go into the site to plant the bomb. 15 seconds now. Someone's got to go through these doors. They're really running that clock down, which is not to their advantage. Look at the push through the smoke from Dupree. Bombs on the floor, and maybe the chances for EG to win this round. Absolutely nasty work from Astralis. And once again, EG win a pistol and get reset.
Yeah, it's those scouts, James. I feel like teams are not adjusting. They always do so much damage at this level with these quality of these players. But I mean, so I say scouts at Eagles as well. Glaive having a fantastic showing. Just really making it impossible. EG against the time as well as the numbers of Astralis. And once again, the worst happens. Once again, EG win a pistol round and then lose the following round, which, as you highlighted previously in the last map where it happens, it is the worst outcome for your economy at the beginning of a match.
At least they're on the T side. I think it's worse if they're CTs,
yeah,
which Astralis are, so that is something. It's much more of a nightmare scenario, in my opinion, when the sides are flipped. Device won't spray through, but Madness has got so many targets. Plenty of damage done, and again, the bomb's been dropped. So look at Device's angle. Nothing going the way of EG. Device can just savage them if they go for it. They all die in the choke points of Secret, and this is just like a psychologically just terrible way to start a game.
Yeah, they're really being put through the paces at the moment, and it's not looking great, but there's a lot of time to turn things around. And as you say, you know, on this map, it is one of those maps where the CTs can get aggressive. There are pushes and so on that you can make, but it's not outlandish. There is going to be a lot that Evil Geniuses will be able to do before Astralis can throw the wrench in. So they should be able to run their game plan. But for now, it's just going to be about running the pistols, maybe down into the vent, see what they can get here, maybe a kill. I don't know how much is really likely without any investment at all. It's just a PT50, and they are getting wiped out.
Well, Stanislaw, I think he's going to make his way down to the vent. It wasn't clear if they could have gone there in the first place, and Zipex was rotating off of the ramp just in case, but everything will be dealt with. Astralis with a rip-roaring start to Nuke after losing the pistol. You wonder how far this chain of rounds will go. That's a great spread from Glaive. He's looking on point at the moment. 3 targets offered and dealt with in that ramp position. Yes, they're on eco, but that's not easy to deal with. 3-1 now for Astralis. Device will continue with the scout, no AWP for Cirque just yet. A Galil for Stanislaw, some shortcomings, a lack of grenades, but they have enough for some semblance of an execute. Wall of smokes outside look likely.
All right, so Evil Geniuses with a slow start in, not looking to go for a fast burst to the A side or something similar, and a delayed wall of smokes outside. Now, we don't have a particularly aggressive setup from Astralis outside, so Evil Geniuses will be able to get down Secret, generally unharassed, although some pot shots are going to do some damage. How many players are going down there? Astralis, do they have the info? I don't know that they do. They don't have anyone in garage who can hear the runnings, but they're going to have to drop at least 1 or 2 players to deal with this.
Zipex, the clutch minister in the B-bomb
cool
site.
flash.
Well, it makes a lot of noise, lots of warning for it. Glaive makes his way to help Zipex now. Guesswork for EG as they take control of control. Look at these angles from Astralis. How do you con this? If EG push into the site, how do they communicate Zipex's position, for example? This is going to be carnage. He can play over Glaive down a double pick, but they should have got more from that, surely. On this occasion, they don't. EG fast and sharp. Planting the bomb on the B-bomb site. Maybe they've got a chance for a second round here.
Yeah, that was a nice double from Tarek, and in comes Astralis. Scout on device, it's not going to be so fun for him, I don't think. Magic will creep his way forwards. He'll be first contact. Looking control, looking at the doors. There's just so many positions to be worried about. Finds the first one. It's a gift. Tarek goes down, but the trade's in. Device, can he capitalize? Yes, he absolutely can. Circle peak, and that will be his demise at the hands of Device and the Scout. But I don't know that the CTs of Astralis can cover the ground to the bomb at this point. It's just about making it costly for Evil Geniuses on the way out. But it looks like Breeze and Ethan will survive, as will both Device and Dupree. But EG, they're back. They're back to winning ways. It's not too much of a string of rounds for Astralis, so this is promising.
Device is able to salvage the AUG from his teammates at the end of the round at the very least, but great work from Tarek. Those are really challenging positions. There was a potential trade there from the ramp, but the more numbers you can keep together, the better. And we've got the team in good spirits. They know what they're capable of. They know how good they are. Again, they are rank 2 versus rank 1. 5 AKs on deck for Evil Geniuses. 5-man on road. We'll see what Astralis have to offer. Device has gone from the Scout to the AWP. This is the upgrade he was waiting for.
Indeed. The beginning exchange of grenades is always a tricky one. And Evil Geniuses opt to put most of their efforts outside for now. And Device is out there with an AWP. There's actually no Krieg for EG. And the Krieg is pretty phenomenal to help deal with these long ranges against an AWP. Oh my god, what the hell was that? That's a huge nade.
Meat.
Oh my god. Glaive. Oh, he's just ruined them completely. Look how much health they've lost.
That is pure protein right there. Moving towards T-Red, moving inside of T-Red, and there's a Molotov. You can see it on the radar in the absolutely wrong position, thwarting the intentions of EG. Glaive takes an angle, sees so many targets, gets information at the very least, and here come the frags, but it'll be a 50-50. And again, the bomb's been lost. There are footsteps for Debris. That's a nice flick from him, leaving Stan and Breeze. Stan looking at the bomb. He's got a chance to retrieve it, but surely that will be seen by Astralis.
Yeah.
We see Device repositioning now. The bomb's disappeared from his scope, but look at the movement from Astralis in the lower area. They are hunting for that bomb carrier. Stan could be in trouble.
This is such a genius move by Astralis. I don't think many teams are double pushing a position like this. Stan seems to realize that this is a possibility. Can he look back in time? No, absolutely not. Dupree will take him down, and that's the bomb once again in the hands of the CETs. Breeze in the 1 versus 2. He's got 20 seconds. He can't spend any time walking here. That might have just ruined the round. I don't think there'll be time after this.
Well, the CTs, they could split. One could rotate towards the A bomb site because worst case scenario, he collects the bomb, goes towards A. He's got nowhere else to go, but look, Dupree's already got the angle. Superior position with the numbers available to them. A smart play. There are 2 options for EG there. Kill both players in secret. Astralis know that, they separate. If he collects the bomb, frags the one player secret, he has to go towards the big bomb site, move into position. CT vents already. Great rotation from Astralis. An expensive round, but they are successful after all.
Yeah, there's so many sad issues there for EG, especially there was a situation where Stan had to go back for the bomb as they lost it unexpectedly, and then there was nobody to trade Ethan, because Stan was supposed to be the player that would trade Ethan, and when Ethan went down to Dupree, so everything just suddenly went wrong when that bomb hit the grounds, and EG, it's going to take quite a lot for them to win consecutive rounds against Astralis.
Yeah, that was a perfect storm for Astralis. Stan stuck in secret while his teammate tries to find safe passage to one of the sites, but Astralis had a passage of their own, and that caused even more problems. 4-2. I think we might have a tech pause at present. The money's been broken for Evil Geniuses. The money's not spectacular, though, for Astralis, so we will see what is to come next. But it has been just so strong for Astralis so far. No consecutive rounds for EG. Pistol, reset. They get a second round, reset again. In brutal fashion, no less.
Oof, it's a tough one. EG, there's a lot of things that they haven't yet tried. Of course, it's so early on.
So we'll have to see if they begin to mix things up. You know, we haven't seen anything crazy towards the upper bomb side just yet. You know, there's you know, the classic, you know, main and upper split, or the upper set piece, you know, ramp takes. There's all sorts that, you know, they've yet to really experiment with. So it'll be interesting to see, you know, what is actually part of their game plan. And you know, one of the frustrating things can be as well, if you have a game plan, is if you can't find the right pieces to actually activate it, if you can't actually get to it. And if Astralis are playing as proactively as they are, maybe they're just not giving EG the space that they need to execute correctly.
So there was a tech pause just then, and I think Evil Geniuses understand that they have an opportunity to break the money if they can be, if they can get a stroke of fortune as well, and they're going to go for it. Perhaps a fast play towards A, we'll see. Cirque has a Krieg, there's a UMP for Stan, there's a common flash we see from most teams. Glaive spraying through the squeaker position. We've got players going down the vent, no frags just yet for either side. Device already inside B with the AWP. Decon looks to be opened, or does it? That would have been brutal. Stan with 5 HP and a bomb. If he opens that door, then much will be lost. He holds his position as they look to creep and thin the numbers. Ethan in control now as Device continues to creep. He's already scoped in, so he won't concede his position in that respect. Did Zipex see anything there?
Yeah, he definitely saw the player control. He didn't want to give a peek away, though, knowing that, you know, Device's position as well. And right now, you know, there's a lot on the players like Cirque who are kind of just not stuck in the lower bomb side to create. They have to get a kill. They have to create some kind of a rotation before the bomb can really have space to be planted on that lower side. This is really difficult right now for Evil Geniuses, given how little they actually have in terms of weaponry and utility. See, Tarek as well is not really in a great position by Hut to do much either.
Glaive's timing, though, outside. He was dueling with Cirque around Secret, but he's immediately shot some glass at hell, and he just run towards Secret. So there's going to be a flank before Evil Geniuses make a play here. You can see Cirque is waiting for it. 37 seconds. There is time pressure for EG, but who will this favor? Will Astralis continue to flank, or... You can see there's a lot of information they don't know. I don't think they have status on lobby. We've still got players looking behind him on the ramp. Stanislaw still by double doors. How do they get into the bomb site? 5 HP and a dream for Stan. Picks good timing. That Molotov could be a problem. It won't be on this occasion. But look at the frags flying in for Astralis. Ethan left alone with the P250. 10 seconds. He must die. He will. 5 rounds for Astralis. No bomb plant for Evil Geniuses.
That was so well played by both teams. There's a lot of ways that Evil Geniuses can win the rounds, but it kind of pivots on whether Astralis make a mistake, and I think a lot of teams would have done in that position, but Astralis keep themselves as static as is reasonable, just taking optimal positions. And you can see there was a spot where Zipex could have tried to take a fight, but instead he just gives the information to Device repositions, and then Zipex positions in a way that he can't be peeked from control, and he's covering Device correctly. And the upper bomb side players also have great positions, and they don't move, so they can't be exploited. Oh my god, that is such a holy hand grenade, James. What the hell was that? So much damage is done, and Zipex will take down Cirque with the flames. They are so weak, but they're finding the headshots one after the other. 3 versus 3, still on the Deeks. Or the Deek. It's just one on Breeze, and now he's dead. So just 2 Glocks.
Yes, and Astralis have the bomb, which gives them so much information. The explosions keep coming. It's like they're playing worms, Astralis. Ethan and Tarek remain looking for a rotation, but again, with the bomb, Astralis will have some comfort. Perhaps Ethan will be heard on the ramp, making some sounds. Perhaps he's trying to distract as Tarek makes a play. Such a desperate situation for Evil Geniuses. Ethan left with the Glock, and he's got time to try and reset the situation, maybe find himself a weapon, do some damage, something. Maybe he gets a 1 versus 1 somewhere. But right now, he's got a potato gun.
Not for long. He's found himself an AUG. But yeah, not too much that he can really accomplish with it.
He could try and save it. He's got $2,000, so he can buy himself armor in the next round and some grenades.
Yeah, looks like that's the plan.
It's a long journey to CT spawn. You can get those campaign achievements, spray in your opponent's spawn, or whatever it's called, in the Shattered Web. I had to do that yesterday. A small consolation, maybe, for a very difficult situation for EG. Astralis will move to 6. And right now, for every round EG get, Astralis will win 3 straight afterwards.
Yeah, at least, you know, this is a fairly CT-sided map. Typically, we'll have to see if EG can get to that kind of comfort minimum, which I think would be at least 5 rounds is perhaps your comfortable minimum. on this map on the T side. And once again, the rifles will be coming out in force. So we'll see a couple Kriegs. I think that the Kriegs have been missing. Again, not seeing Breeze on the Krieg is a little bit sad.
Evil geniuses have been missing, Dan.
They have. And the odds reflect that pretty effectively. No, well, the AWP is still on device, which is it's been a huge issue outside. So here we go again. Evil geniuses, what is your response? Delayed wall of smokes again. Oh, well, that created a gap though.
I think there's a gap.
Slight gap. That's not good.
Glaive is a leg man. And if they cross, he may be satiated. EG taking it slow for now. They have one more smoke grenade, so not much to create a wall with. And with Glaive's angle, he knows they haven't crossed the secret. So what is the play here for EG? They've got a minute 10 on the clock, and right now they're just waiting for a mistake from Astralis, a movement to the wrong position. Ethan lands on the roof, he's been heard. The information is there for device. Hello and goodbye. Nice flick straight into the face. Closed casket funeral for Ethan.
And there's a Cirque burning down major. Glaive will reposition on the A bomb site. d3 is taking some fire as well, gets dinged, but is still able to survive. The trade comes through though. They didn't know about Glaive. Glaive still by CT vent. Tarek has to try to take him down, but the bait is strong. Device will be able to finish it off. And that's going to be another round going the way of Astralis. And again, Evil Geniuses can't find success, James. They couldn't even really find the... They couldn't find an advantage to really run with.
Yeah. Everything is being shut down by Astralis. They're looking strong as an ox. 5-round lead now. And again, we've got another half-buy from Evil Geniuses. We've got pistols, we've got a few grenades here or there, and we might need some genius if they are to get themselves back into this half. Not seeing much of that at the moment. Seems the Brainiacs, the high IQ is with Astralis at the moment. Players will be heard going up the ladder. Magisk, how deep does he go, really? The deeper he goes, the more risk there is. Doesn't see the players on the roof, but I'm sure he will have heard them. There's a long laboured spray. That'll do the job at 24 HP. We'll see what happens to him. Down to 7, down to none. Dupree holding down Squeaky. Doors open, door is closed. Breeze starts to move back. And everything starts to slow down.
Yeah, M4 collected by Tark. Magisk not really finding the optimal spray that he was looking for, and that kind of committed him a bit too deep. Evil Geniuses will relish the opportunity, though, to have more firepower in this round. Dupree, I thought the door was about to open when he's going to throw that nade. That would have been awful timing, but instead it works out. The smoke on Squeaky does make things a bit more annoying here for Evil Geniuses, slowing them down somewhat. And there we go. That's a really good Molotov, forcing Dupree out of position. But they can't capitalize on it, though, as the smoke is still up. And as the smoke, the Molotov for the top of the hot position. We'll see if they can find a way in. Glaive's on the high ground with the Krieg. He's ready and waiting, and his sled device is covering, and Dupree again. It's a 2v2, though. There might be a chance. Tarek left in the 1v1, but 20 seconds is all he has to work with.
He is up against the clutch minister. I bid you good luck. Tarek goes down, Zepex goes up. Door is open, door is closed. Bomb being planted at the back. Will Tarek be able to get into a position just in time? No! There is the minister, absolutely denied. Takes 2 steps, and that's 2 steps too many. Round number 8 for Astralis. Just round after round after round. Oh no. Ooh, the bad manners.
Yeah, that's so hard to know how to play that position if you're Tarek. You think you have at least a little bit of time to reposition, but ultimately doesn't work out that way, and that's one clutch that was super important, and you can see quite how ecstatic and how good the spirits are in the Astralis camp here. Everything's going their way. Tarek did a good job here to get that 2K. And he made it even worse. The 3rd kill coming onto Glaive, but he just couldn't quite finish the clutch in time. Zepex, he just found a perfect timing, James. You can't really make that up.
And he dropped a what doing spray afterwards as well. Well, I don't know what to suggest, really. I mean, this is just a case of a strong CT team. Astralis, pretty legendary on Nuke, as we all know. Even before that streak, just over the longest time. Before Nuke was replaced with the new one, we see some really big battles. They were one of a very few elite teams on this map. 8-2 for Astralis. Evil Geniuses are back on the buy. Now, how can they turn things around? That is the question round after round. They've got those 2 Kriegs, they've got the AWP. What are they able to do?
Some initial harassment through the door. The door has not been exploded just yet, though.
Respect the door.
Respect the door.
Doors have rights as well.
The right to be open and closed.
Yes, absolutely.
But not exploded.
Ooh, that's a can open from Ethan. Device is now headless. He's a mannequin in a shop window.
And that's why they needed the creeks. Not been buying too much. A smoke for Mini. Or main. Okay, Evil Geniuses, they haven't had too many advantages like this. To be able to find a way to play it out correctly. We've got Glaive there running around Garage trying to get some information, trying to figure out exactly what is happening outside. And there's really not much going on outside at the moment. You can see Dupree is retaining because of that. And here comes the upper burst. Dupree with the HE from the vent, but it's really not all that much he can do. And they know that there's a guy down there, so it's locked out of position. It looks like Astralis might just be in a spot where they might just have to go for a save here, because I don't know how they're going to get back in.
It's a good start for EG, but it's all about how you finish. Look at the delay. Again, those really important timings for the solo rotation. Zipex, can he get his time on point? Cirque's looking for him, but in the meantime, there's action on the site. Cirque distracted now, and finally Zipex starts to move, but can he take him out? So patient, Zipex, but Cirque with the flicks. That leaves Magis now to 1 versus 3, and it seems like he is done in this round. Peaches and Cream M4 won't get it done on this occasion. Evil Geniuses move to 3. Again, just like on Inferno, they had that late comeback in the first half. Maybe the same can be done here. Oh, ow. That's a bad landing. Off to the chiropractor. 3 rounds now for Evil Geniuses, but can they get a consecutive one? That would be so important for them. The money's actually kind of broken for Astralis.
Yeah, it absolutely is. They have been taking losses in a lot of these rounds, even though Evil Geniuses have been unsuccessful. You know, there was that previous round where Zipex was the last man standing and to clutch it out 1v1. And it's, I mean, when Cirque was in that position, I'm just thinking to myself, Cirque's going to kill him, isn't he? He's going to find a way to just peek and just somehow be faster. That's kind of unbelievable. But it is indeed Astralis on the pistols. And Evil Geniuses, they've got to worry about Glaive here. He's going to try to dive through the smoke. Has he been spotted? I'm not sure if he has. He's just sitting in the middle of the smoke. That is a problem.
Yeah, well, he might find himself a Cirque, but get those fast grenades from EG, I think, stand through a smoke for the hell position. And their Cirque, of course, dealing with Glaive. Dupree still in secret, but we've got a 5 versus 3. There's only a few pistols for the squad. They won't be too concerned with this just yet. Zipex has made his way into a T area, it seems, and stands holding that real. That's a hardcore anti-eco position. The more common one is to go into the entrance towards the lobby and just hold so you can fall back from a secret push, from a lobby push, from a ramp push. But Stan is playing extremely defensive there. Have to be very careful, showing respect to their opponent, even with only 3 of them remaining. It's barely ever and only when it's Astralis. They're just more prepared.
And here we go, the Deagles are out. No connections just yet. Stan will deal with Zipex. Oh dear, the bomb's been lost though. Should be recoverable. There goes a smoke grenade and a dink onto Cirque. Oof, God, it's really scary here. Device might have actually, oh God, he's so close to finding that kill, but he will be denied eventually. And that will be 4 players surviving for Evil Geniuses. Starting to find more success, starting to get some momentum, finding their feet. And we'll have to see if now that Astralis can get another buy-in with the orb, if things will start to change here. Evil Genius has finally been getting some success outside. And looking forward to seeing if we make it an alternative aggression from Astralis. Looks like they're keeping things passive on the opening at least.
Kind of light on grenades, but not light on fragging power Astralis, as we have seen from map 1 to map 2. Evil Genius is starting slow. Maybe feeling some weakness, looking for a surprise from Astralis, perhaps. Breeze with some lineups. Got a boost from Astralis up top. An elevated play on the elevated bomb site, if you will, with the coolant bomb site down below. Glaive lurking in the lower areas. Basement dweller. You can see Device has changed his position as well, being unpredictable. The T's will Start to poke and prod, a flashbang here, a flashbang there, but they won't be too concentrated on the outside. It'll show some presence. The thing is, Glaive has the information. Oh, they're falling back for the wall of smoke positions. 45 seconds on the clock. Will they pursue the secret position, though? Because if they don't, Glaive has the information already. So this play might not work out the way EG intend.
30 seconds to go for that plant. It starts to get a little bit scary here. There won't be too much that can go wrong for Evil Geniuses with the amount of time that they're leaving themselves with. And there go the Molotovs. Dupree, they're just spraying through the smoke, anticipating the push to come in, but they're going towards the ramp. There's 20 seconds now. Zipex will fall back. He wants to delay them. They're going to play for the time. The bomb is now being dropped. It will be collected once again by Stan, but he's going to go down as well. And Cirque's been dinked. Zipex is stopping absolutely everybody. Ethan will finally trade him, but the damage is just too much to handle. And Astralis will take that round convincingly. Evil Geniuses, James, they just made it too easy for Astralis.
Yeah, no one to sell the play towards Secret. Glaive standing there, admiring himself. That's a great shot to Tarek. See the adjustment as Tarek's falling as well. The bomb carrier. Zipex actually rang Cirque's bell as he took out Stanislaw there. Then he finished off the job. Astralis looking like a 5-man fortress on Nuke at the moment. EG did string that second round together, but again, it's back to winning ways for Astralis. Flashbangs into the A bomb site. Perhaps a fast play. Glaive will be flashed off his position and fragged as well. Magic's gone a low ground. Does he realize that players have made their way towards the B bomb site? On fire as he peeks towards Squeaky. And Breeze is inside B. He could catch Zipex on the rotation. Zipex might have no idea about this infiltration.
Yeah, I think that I don't think that Magic saw the player dropping vent. There was too much noise to hear it as well, so that is a very nasty surprise. Device, wouldn't put it past him to hit that one. He won't on this occasion, and they'll make their way across behind the smoke to join Breeze, who's in that super forward position. If they can deal with Magisk, that's all that they need to do to get the bomb site, and they've done it, and that bomb site is theirs. And Device and Dupree have some decisions to make here. Do they save these guns? I think they surely must. Their money does indeed suck.
EG are starting to grind out the rounds on this T side. There's a huge potential for 6, and that'll be pretty good, all things considered.
Yeah.
The way the rounds have looked have been awful for them, but it's all about the score. 6 rounds moving into the CT side. There's plenty of potential. They could entirely have a strong CT half themselves. With players like Cirque, players like Breeze, well, just pick any player really on Evil Geniuses, and the team effort, of course. There's so much that can be done. Is there a flash for Stan? No one's in position just yet. There's a ding from Stanislaw. No dong required. Dupree now will probably hold on to this AK-47, but again, EG have put themselves in a strong spot for 6 rounds.
Yeah, a recovery. You know, earlier I was talking about, you know, what is the comfortable and minimum amount of rounds, and I would say that 5 on the T side of Nuke is that comfortable minimum, and they've now secured that. And as you say, 6 is definitely doable. And this was just a great round, just the pacing into the upper bomb site and getting someone down lower after getting a pick. It was just a perfect storm of fortune there for Evil Geniuses. I don't know that they'll be able to repeat that one. So we'll have to see what they decide to do here. Already we can see Devices purchased an auto shotgun. And we've got a Famous on Magisk, MP9 getting collected as well. So it's not the best buy in the world, James. For Astralis, that is.
No, and again, EG. This is a must-win round for them. From an AWP to an auto shotgun, not an ideal situation for Astralis, but we'll see if they have the tools to do the job. Device has the 1 defuse kit. Looks like a fast one. Oh, the double HG's a Virtus Pro classic strat. Into that mini position, but there'll be no connection this time. A fast start, and then things start to slow down. Evil Geniuses have loads of utility. Really did not expend much at the beginning of that round. Scope will be heard by Dupree with the MP9. Fast fire rate, of course. Moving accuracy, jumping accuracy. EG fishing for some information with their utility. Flash for some other angles as Ethan tries to make his way towards Mini. He'll, of course, be heard. But Evil Geniuses are creeping forward, so taking map control away bit by bit from Astralis.
Ooh, double smoke there on Mini. I wonder if that's a miscommunication, as that is a waste of a perfectly good smoke. And it's not an encouraging sign for Evil Geniuses, but we'll see if they can close the round down nonetheless. Oh wow, we can see a walk through the smoke here, perhaps not
Zipex on the other end of it with the 5-7. It's very dangerous in this position. I think he sees the shadow as well, so he's going to try to go for the peak. Trying to find a timing. It's not quite working out for Zipex, but it might for Magisk. Creeping up on Tarek here. He could just find a perfect timing.
Oh
he's
my
just
God.
missed him. Tarek has no idea he's down there, though, and I think that at this point, Magisk has to be suspicious. He's going to just find Stanislaw, and he's going to go down, so the information's there, but Astralis, I feel like the rope is tightening right now around their neck, James.
Well, Astralis have the awareness of the players that could be in the upper area. Device can't go outside with 15 seconds on the clock. Zerg is going to deliver the kill despite Device jumping. Dupree and Glaive remain. 9 seconds to plant that bomb, never mind. Huge round for Evil Geniuses. Huge comeback once again to make it doable in that second half. And that second half is coming after this break.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to CS.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
EG now move to the glorious CT side, but first comes an important pistol round. Stanislaw will be the utility man for the CTs. We see a P250 drop for Device on the T side. That's a rare sight on Nuke, and some grenades for Glaive as well. Plenty of support for the home team, I think, in the crowd today. And some Astralis fans as well. Very important for EG to start with this pistol round.
This is the moment where they need to really get going. I don't think they can afford to have these slow starts anymore. And we'll see Circuit lining it up from the garage there. He's been isolated. Ethan stuck behind the smoke. Breeze is up top, and oh god, Cirque's gonna get eliminated immediately. The Glocks are just owning the USPs at max range. That's unexpected. And now Dupree's crept into hell whilst the rest of his teammates have gone lower. This is going to be an awfully terrible round for EG to try to recover.
Yeah, these pistol rounds and the follow-ups are just not the ones for EG today.
No.
3 versus 5. Again, it is a pistol, so the nature of this round can change quickly. There's an escort for the bomb, which seems to be threatening to go towards the B bomb site. A lot of jiggling from Zipex, waiting for EG to look for information. They've got the time on their side. Stanislaw finally taken down. That's all the grenades gone for Evil Geniuses. USP's picked up even more range now for Astralis. 5 versus 2.
Yeah, you can see, I think Astralis must just have this one call or something that's just like hold or something like that, and everybody just freezes on the map whilst they wait for their opponents to make a maneuver of some description. And once again, it just pays off. They get the kill. I think Dupree was with it, and there's just nothing, it seems like EG, and there's no response that EG can seem to muster in this situation. And there it is, another pistol round going to Astralis. They're just absolutely owning all of these pistols, pretty much, except one. And we'll see now Astralis in the driving seat once again. Always coming in from behind, James, for EG. It's got to feel so exhausting.
Yeah. 10-6. They need a force buy victory here, Evil Geniuses. We see the meat shot machine, the Mag 7, coming out for Ethan. Pistols here and there, Cirque with the Scout. They've got to find success to Evil Geniuses, otherwise it's going to be a long comeback. But it is Nuke. They could entirely have a strong CT side once their first full buy comes in, even if they fail here. Ethan, he's bloodthirsty, but he is not going to get much done just yet. He needs to, but how easy is this? There's 2 plays there. I'm not sure if he even realizes. Desperate times. There's a first headshot. Needs another one. Lots more jiggling. There's a lovely swing from Ethan. And he may even find the bomb. He's made this winnable for Evil Geniuses, but dupree's coming in from the back, and there's no idea for EG. Ethan's close to the bomb. He has a rifle. He's got to clutch this. He's got to ace this round. 2 more to go for Ethan. He's pretty good with his peeks, but Astralis have too much position on him. High ground for dupree will finish off the job. 11-6 for Astralis.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate. That was such a great moment from Ethan with the Mag 7. They had to make something happen. Some magic was required, and he stepped up to try to deliver that magic. And with this 2K, you feel like maybe there's a chance. But this backstab was just so sick from dupree. Finishes the round with a quad kill as well. It is not going to be easy for Evil Geniuses at all here. They will have a full save pretty much, a flashbang for Tarek, a P250 for Cirque, and a 5-7 for Ethan. That's all they are working with in terms of investment into this round. And Astralis will just keep the machine running. The well-oiled machine. The Danes are very strong, James, and they don't seem to be slowing down at all. Although, nice burst out here. Tarek able to pick off device. Glaive's in a hot spot. It's not looking too good, but he's able to somehow do an extremely large amount of damage.
Well, Tarek and Ethan could get some Kriegs. Okay, now we've got an interesting round on our hands. Tarek was just in a good position because he was holding a flash in CT spawn to throw into heaven, adjusted it to go out a mini instead, but he managed to get an accidental flank on one of these Astralis players, I do believe. Now we've got a 2-on-2 with 2 Kriegs for Evil Geniuses, so this is a winnable situation. They can buy in the next round regardless. Zipex looking in the corner. Who will this favor, though? They've got to be quick, and he is Ethan. 3 HP now. He did get tagged. Now it's 1 versus 1. dupreee has no idea where Tarek's coming from. A 10-second defuse. He's holding it. dupreee doesn't believe it. 5 seconds to go now. dupreee closing in. Tarek still holding it. Has he got time to defuse this bomb, though? It might be a close one.
I think he's got it, James. That is fantastic from Tarek. It is very close indeed. But I think it's just enough time. Fantastic stuff there from Tarek. And from Ethan, amazing result. What a needed round from them. It was basically a full save. They had, I think, less than $1,000 of investment across everybody. A flash, a P250, and a 5-7, but they converted to a round. Can't argue with that, and it looks like they're starting to get fired up here. What a shot from Tarek.
That was a pretty nice USP kill from him as well. We didn't see it at the beginnings, but that was real nice from Tarek. That's such a huge round for EG. That dramatically changes the scope of things if they can win this consecutive round. Astralis now charging into the A bomb site. Flashbangs galore, but the frag is going the way of Evil Geniuses. 5 versus 3. Ethan has position on Squeaky. Breeze on Hut as well. There is a T lurking there. Device low, creating some space with a smoke grenade, as will Evil Geniuses. This is a great start. No damage done yet to EG.
Yeah, Astralis resetting the situation, trying to sweat it out a little bit. But Evil Genius is very ready. Cirque there on the orb, on the cross, ready and waiting. Tarek for support with the rifle. And it's not going to happen here for Astralis. Perfect round. In fact, not a single player even taking a single point of damage for Evil Geniuses. And we can start to see them pick up that momentum. Very nice round from EG.
Nice work from Evil Geniuses. A great way to boost the confidence as you're looking to make a statement on Nuke and take it to overpass the third map for a place in the grand finals. Pistols out for Astralis. Not much to show here. It might be a slow one as they look to avoid these initial grenades. Glaive won't be able to do so. Again, with no Kevlar, a HE can do 101 damage in 2 hits, so you've got to be careful. But again, they need to try and get EG to throw these $600 incendiaries and so on. Maybe try to take position and use the numbers to take a player out. That would be good for $4,000 to $6,000 of damage. So there's plenty for Astralis to do with basically nothing in this round.
Yeah, everything counts, and especially, you know, playing the rounds really, really slowly and making Evil Geniuses work for the kills is, I think, always that's always going to be a benefit to you in the position, and if you're in Astralis' position, just due to the fact that you don't want Evil Geniuses to get as much confidence. You want to maybe get a kill. You want to make it really difficult. You don't want to give them that feeling where they're feeling like a god, just, you know, swinging across with the transfers, taking all the eco frags. Sure, you're probably going to lose the round, but making it as hard as possible does count for something. And look how well Evil Geniuses are holding onto their utility, James. Typically, one of the reasons why T-sides do this is to force the CTs to dump their utility, but I think in the meta right now, people really are starting to adjust.
Oh, doors. Marvelous. Glaive is on the backstab now, but he's making pretty fast footsteps. 20 seconds. Tarek is starting to wonder. The bomb is up top. He's got so many targets, doesn't know who to aim at. Look at him using the numbers. Beautiful from Astralis. Military precision, but they've got Cirque to deal with. He's got a PT-50. Astralis could get a lot out of a bomb plant on that B bomb site. Again, with nothing, they are maneuvering for a bomb plant, but EG already Stan is round the back, and he's got teammates as well. Great response from EG. Glorious plays from Astralis. It's just great that they seem to be evenly matched in some of these rounds at least.
That was so crazy. Just firstly, you know, credit Sliggy for catching the doors.
Man like Sliggy.
Very well done. Also, how insane is it that they make that round almost look winnable? The fact that Cirque was actually almost at the point of no return and almost died very quickly to the pistols, that could have been pretty huge, but they just barely hang on. Double orbs coming out as well. It's going to be very interesting. Tarek and Cirque, the AWPers there for Evil Geniuses. And a fast round here from Astralis straight through the door, looking to charge into that site to cause as much damage as possible. They are getting really badly wounded by all of the utility from Evil Geniuses, but they will get the opening kill. Ethan at the back of the bomb site. Oh, he sprays down 3. Ethan doing God's work with the M4, but it's a 2v2. That bomb site is now under the Astralis control.
Tarek still on the high ground. Stanislaw coming in to take down the bomb planter. And now we've got Device by the CT vent. Catches down, drawing has gone out once again. 1 minute 20 on the clock. Tarek, last seen with the AWP in heaven. Device quietly slinks away. Tarek's almost standing on his head. Off towards the B bomb site goes Device. He must open the door. It'll be a quick one. Tarek now doesn't want to give his position away, so it may be a slow rotation. Device closes the door behind him. Tarek continues to hunt. Device needs to try and cover himself from as many angles as possible. He could even just play the bomb, play for the beeps. Tarek continuing to creep. He has a kit. He's got a smoke as well, which could draw out Device. We'll cover some of the options. Device sees the barrel of the gun swinging now. He's expectant. And there is almost an inevitable frag. Just outmaneuvered. Great fight on the A bomb site. So much damage. Followed up upon with that spray. But it will be a round for Astralis.
And Ethan did as much as he could on the upper bomb site. Pacifics with the trade sets Device up for the 1v1 here. And Device, once he gets that plant, he knows he's in such a huge advantage. And it's just such, there's so much guesswork for Tarek. It's very difficult in Tarek's position. He did what he could. But it will be 3 rounds that Evil Geniuses are currently trailing Astralis by, as you guys can see. And the money is such that Evil Geniuses, of course, with the 3 rounds of success that they just experienced, they'll still have enough in the tank to get a full buy in this round. I doubt they will, no, yeah, they won't have a secondary AWP in Tarek this time, but otherwise it looks pretty good.
Dupree's been having a good time. 22 for 12. Pretty good score. But we'll see what he's like when this map has been finished. The score is still close. The money's not amazing for Astralis in this round. Despite winning the round, they're going to have a worse buy than their opponent. And as we see the MAC-10s come out, we have to look at the helmets of Evil Geniuses. Only 2 have helmets. But how do Astralis close the distance to make use of these MAC-10s? They're moving, well, it's not like an MP9 moving accuracy, but there is still work to be done with that. We shall see. Attack timeout has come and gone, and the countdown begins. Again, 3 rounds between these 2 sides. But Evil Geniuses, you have to say, are on the favoured side. So even though they are behind at the moment, there is every chance they take this to overpass. Solid 3 for Pinnacle. So if you believe, then there is something to be done in that respect. And off we go. AWP out for Cirque and for Device. But again, how do they make use of these MAC-10s and this UMP?
Certainly going to be difficult. Dupree there spawning from the top of Silo. And Stan is in that advanced position at top of Secret Stairs. And Glaive with the UMP, there's not too much that he can hope to do outside with the UMP. The range is just, especially since it was nerfed. It used to be the case that the UMP was pretty damn strong at medium range, but the fall-off damage was nerfed pretty significantly. And you can see the setup here. This is a molly to deal with the position that is being held by Stan. You can see he's going to have to make some decisions here. He's going to be, oh my god, so beautiful. And HE and the Molotov follow-up doesn't even give Stan an opportunity to pull a grenade out in time. Just no way to deal with that. That is so sick. Oh man, Astralis, they've gotten themselves an early round advantage. Now how does their game plan work? They've got the 5 versus 4 they were looking for. They're going to send one player down secret and everybody else rotating through to lobby. And Glaive will be able to pick up an upgrade, it might be the case. But he may not want to do that because he will give a sound cue away should he do that. So he will opt to stay silent. And he can start making his way all the way towards ramp if he wants. Tarek, oh no, 3 players bursting him. He had no idea. Cirque, though, he can make the difference. That first flick lands. That's just absolutely brilliant from Cirque. He doesn't want to stay around for too long. Glaive, now they know that he's there. Ethan runs into the trap, and it's a 2 versus 2. The bomb needs to go down. There's 15 seconds to find the plant. The Molotov might just win the round here. Device runs through and he hits the shot through the door, but that will be the bomb down on the ground. There's no way to win the round. Cirque will eliminate Glaive to make it sting just that bit more. And Evil Geniuses, it was a tense one, James. They went down 4 versus 5 straight away, but they still hold on.
Yeah, a lot of these rounds are real tense. That was a tragedy and a short story on the ramp position as far as Astralis are concerned. But look at this combo. That is fantastic to watch. Cirque so fast now with this AWP once again. They get Devices, can't make it out of the flames there. The flame carpet of Evil Genius is doing a great job. The score is closed to 2. The SMG's out once again. I think this is a not live as EG retracts back into CT spawn. So we'll probably have a round restore of some description before we resume the proceedings. We see 2 AWPs now for EG. Well, just in case headsets come off, we'll keep that clean until we know what's going on.
Just the credit as well, again, to Astralis, like the clear benefits that they're getting in this series from preparation. The fact that, you know, they have that HE and Molotov setup ready to go to kill Stan. It's not just a random chance that they throw that molly. And of course, there is some extent of luck that Stan will choose to go there in this round, but they understand, they've done their preparation, they've done their work, they know the tendencies. And so it works out brilliantly. Even if they don't get the round, it's just the little things like that that really add up over a best of 3.
Yeah, this has been a really nice back and forth within certain rounds. Lots of explosive play, lots of individual clutches as well. 12 to 10. There's Ring Around a Rosie for Evil Geniuses in CT spawn. While we wait for, it looks like Magisk has an issue that needs to be solved, so this may take a second or 2.
I mean, it really feels like to me, I mean, of course, both teams are going to be preparing for each other in pretty significant ways. And Astralis, they've got a bone to pick with EG as well, given the record between these 2 teams in the last month or 2. And so it's pretty cool that, for me, I don't know if you're getting the same read, James. It's not just because Astralis are winning, but just seeing the ways, some of the setups that they're using, it feels like they're winning in terms of the preparation, converting that into how that's actually manifesting in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's fair to say that EG are the ones who are having to react on the fly, react and adapt. But I really want to see 3 maps. I would love to see Never Pass the Side. I think that would be absolutely crazy. EG seem to be slowly gaining with power, but Astralis are indeed making it pretty difficult for them. Magisk is going to be reconnecting to the server, then with any luck will be good to go. Looks like he's logging back into Steam. Taking his phone out of the box for the confirmation code. Again, if you are just joining us, Astralis lead by 12 to 10 on the T side now of Nuke, having taken the first map of Inferno in great style, it must be said. I think the play was stronger than the score suggested. Evil Geniuses, though, they are in a good position at the moment, despite having a 2-round deficit. Nuke being what it is, there's a very fair chance that they take this to a 3rd map. But there'll be a short pause before as Magisk gets back on the server.
Yeah, I think it's such a good sign, isn't it, that despite going down a man right at the beginning, they lose stand, they lose that secret control, there's a backstab that actually ends up working out. Like, there's so many things that worked out for Astralis in that previous round, yet Evil Geniuses still converted the round. Like, that is something I think that will hopefully serve to give them great confidence, and I think gives us a good argument that they're going to be good to go in terms of stabilizing on the CT side to some extent. And I honestly, there's so much stuff that we haven't seen still as well, that there's still lots of ways that this could go. And you can see Tarek there. He wants to draw strength from the audience, James.
Is it going to speed up, though? That one guy not participating. Content. Hashtag content for Tarek. Never too far away from a YouTube video.
It's fantastic to see the support in the crowd, and just the energy here in Arlington is fantastic. It's great to be back.
Still waiting for Magisk to connect to the server. We were able to play some CS yesterday. Finally, there he goes, just connected now. We were able to play some CS. There's some pretty monstrous machines here at the esports stadium. They've got those M.2s on lock as well. So if you haven't had a go and you are down here, definitely get some game time in here.
You lost me Elo, James.
No, I didn't lose you, Elo. I just wanted to play some campaign, so I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, we are back into the game. Evil Geniuses looking to continue this comeback. We've got the MAC-10s coming out for Astralis, but look at the weaponry for EG. If I'm not mistaken, there is a second AWP for Cirque. Indeed, there is. They're in a strong position now to tie the score at the very least, but Astralis might be going for a fast play once again. 4 helmets on the 5 players, so these MAC-10s may be negated somewhat. Tarek is ready for them. Zipex to be taken out first. Does he go deeper for the angle? He does. There goes Zipri. Is it time to fall back, though? He eats a flashbang. He has support from Stanislaw, and then there were 2.
I think he actually jumped on Stanislaw's head as well. That was a great escape from Cirque. And is there any damage to be done here by Astralis? Ethan is down lower already, and a plant's actually going to be secured here. I don't think there's any way to stop this, but there is certainly a way to stop Astralis from running around here. MAC-10, I mean, Magisk's going to need to win this fight. He needs an upgrade. He's going to get it, and Glaive is up close with the UMP. This is going to be so difficult for Glaive, but he's playing headshot angles, and this is starting to look a little bit dangerous, but it will all once again make sense for Evil Geniuses. They'll survive with 3. They'll keep 2 AWPs alive into the following round, and it finally looks like they are feeling it, James.
That's much needed bonus money for Astralis, but it does not solve their problems. A few of their plays will be about 3,300. Stan coming to the rescue after that second frag for the rifle support for AWP, avoiding the flashbang. Nice tracking as well to take out the device. Things started to get a little dangerous around Decon, but EG quickly took control once again. So Astralis trying to just they're trying to maim the economy of EG. They're playing for the long game. Don't allow that money to run away on the CT side. Keep causing them problems. Important molly towards Secret, but towards Squeaky, sorry, but it will be diffused, I think, with a smoke grenade. Dupree down in almost record time, but Tarek is here to deal with him as well, taking down the potential bomb planters as the bomb lies on the B-bomb site.
That's really nice. Tarek couldn't afford to miss a single shot there, because the bomb would have been planted as a result of that. So it's now just down to 3 players of Astralis creeping around. The bomb unrecoverable at this point, but maybe they can get some damage. Magisk working the hell position. The device, of course, is collected, and M4 as well. So there's some firepower to be had here for the Astralis side. And that's so nice for Magisk. Just controlled shot there, not panicking at all. But now they know exactly where he is. And this does get a little bit weird at this point. There's a lot of space on the map to work with.
Very quiet on the server. Information is precious. No one wants to give anything else away for free. Device comes in from the back, and Circus taken out. 40 seconds on the clock. The bomb still needs to be collected by Astralis. Ethan looks away just as players come close to his angle. No sound cues given. Look at the timing of this. Does device go down as well? This is getting real weird. Magisk on the ramp. We've got Tarek above him with the AWP. Really awkward for the trade frag. He's in shotgun mode. 20 seconds on the clock. I thought he was going to let Magisk run there for a second, but no, Ethan's here as well, and it's a 1 versus 1 now. AWP versus M4, and Tarek has the angle. Another clutch from him, and the score is tied.
Great effort there from Tarek. That was getting really, really ropey, that's to be certain. And again, it's just that strength of Astralis in that position where you couldn't really rotate every CT to go protect the bomb. And again, I'm going to take this opportunity to throw props again to Tarek for hitting those first 2 shots, because the bomb goes down if he misses one of those. He hits absolutely every shot. That's so phenomenal in this position as well. Tying it up 12-12. But indeed, you know, if you give Astralis any room to work with on the map, they're going to find value somewhere. And they made that very scary. I don't know how they managed to bring it down to just 1 player, but that's just the power of the Danes. And that's going to really hurt the economy of Evil Geniuses. Evil Geniuses don't have any money at all. If they lose this round to Astralis, they're on the eco, James, straight away. This is a really important round for Evil Geniuses to win. They really, really need to win this round. I can't express that enough.
Yeah, their loss bonus will be in the bin if they do not win this round. So this is a huge potential swing round. Just the 1 AWP now for Evil Geniuses, taken by Cirque. Of course, maximum output with the AWP. Early utility towards Squeaky. The door's being blown up once again. The door casualties are out of control here on Nuke. Specs jiggling again. That's that anti-eco spot I was talking about in the first half. Allows you to fall back if you're fortunate enough. And smokes will be lined up outside. A minute 20 on the clock. And it seems that Astralis will have intention to make their way towards Secret. There's no CT there just yet, or on the low ground at all. We've got Tarek on the ramp. We've got Stan in the garage with an off angle towards the mini position. But who will rotate towards the lower area for the CTs? No sound cues for Astralis. No vision for EG. No one peeking the gap, so they really don't know if anybody's down there. They know that Magisk, though, is by mini.
I've also spotted Stanislaw as well in the garage position. That's not good because Magisk can kind of just hold that and just prevent Stan from finding a flank timing, which is really what Stan wants to do there, but he's being prevented to do that, which means that Tarek is going to be extremely pressed here to a defense, doesn't get any value at all, and this might be save already. Again, we have to remember, Evil Geniuses have 0 amounts of money. Breeze might get a backstab here on Magisk, he's looking for it, but yeah, it looks like he was just about spotted. Oh god, this is a very bad spot for Evil Geniuses. You can see they're walking back to T-spawn, they know how bad this is. They've just got to save it. They really do. Yeah,
they've really got to. Again, that loss bonus absolutely in the bin if they, well, it is in the bin. And if they lose everything, then they might feel like it's curtains. Looks like they will hold on to 3 weapons, however, but that was really strong from Astralis. The smokes are up outside. They give no sound cues away. And the rotation's really late from Evil Geniuses. Tarek, you could see, in such a vulnerable position on that B-bomb site, taken out by Deacon as they swung from the double doors as well. And now Astralis are back in the lead. There's some support for Astralis here, of course. What can EG buy around these 3 weapons? Things are getting more and more nervous for them as, let's not forget, they are a map down at the moment. And Astralis are 3 rounds away from a 2-0.
Wow, the money is so bad that even that Breeze could only, there's only Breeze I think that could actually afford to even drop. Yikes. The FAMASs are making an appearance. That's going to be very helpful indeed. Their reduced cost and increased efficacy. Stan will be playing around mini as he oft does. It's a difficult position, especially when you don't have a rifle that really matches up against the AKs and Kriegs. The FAMAS is better, but it's still a rough matchup. Astralis with the delayed smokes outside to start to get some position. And there's such an underwhelming amount of utility in the hands of Evil Geniuses. I don't know how they're going to find their way to advantage here, James. They're allowing Astralis, of course, to move down, trying to spot how many numbers. I don't know if any legs are really visible there to Stan. It's hard to tell.
It's a brittle position, though, isn't it? He might have an off angle on one player, So maybe it works his way, but everything just feels nervous and risky. He may feel trapped here. How does he peek for information? 45 seconds. Once again, Astralis are giving them no information until the very last possible second. Tarek gets off to work, though. The French gun's coming in clutch for Evil Geniuses so far. Stanislaw dancing. Only sees one of the 3 players outside. That is Glaive. He doesn't have the bomb. They haven't seen the bomb just yet, so they don't quite know what is going on. One player spotted in secret, one going towards Hell. What is the ultimate play here from Astralis? They've got 25 seconds to make it. Magisk has the bomb. He's the one who's starting to creep. He's got Glaive on the outside to clear many for him. You can see Evil Genius is playing around the hut, and Tarek will run distraction as well.
And the drop down the vent here, they'll have very, very little time to plant, but they will have enough time to get the plant the smoke for a covering of the cross in case Magisk wants to get back out of that position towards T-Con. He goes for the peek, and he is absolutely annihilated by Cirque. Great round from Evil Geniuses, winning the battles they had to. And again, they didn't have utility, but it really speaks to just the power of knowing your angles, James. If we cast our minds back to the engagements that Tarek won, for example, he has this right eye peak where he's very far away from the point of engagement, and it's just a better angle. Even though he's got a worse gun here, he sees his opponent first, and the same is said for the position with Stanislaw. So there weren't many advantages to find, but they found the advantages that they could, and they made them really work very well.
Important W for EG. God, this is just so tight between these 2 sides. Similar position, similar proposition, but the Kriegs will be perhaps superior to the FAMAS in this round for Evil Geniuses. Smokes up. Zipex showing some presence towards the ramp. Glaive is creeping once again. He has a friend in tow. Will they go to peek inside the mini position? They will, and see no one's there. So there's a potential split of the A bomb site with a minute 30 on the clock, and here it comes. Stan is just unprepared. Astralis so unpredictable, so with these T plays, but look at the frag from Ethan. He'll go down on his sword, but it's a 3 versus 2. The bomb is in the hands of Breeze, and he's got a gap with the smoke.
And he's managed to sneak into a pretty unlikely position. They don't know about it, and he finishes it off in style. Breeze with the 2K right at the end to secure the 14th round. And Evil Geniuses, they have been getting smashed, I think it's fair to say, for the better part of this series so far. But they are starting to turn it around, James. They really are, and they might just win this map. They might just force it to a 3rd.
Astralis take attack timeout. Decisions need to be made. You can see the money. It's not spectacular by any means for Astralis, but both teams are so close to, well, to overtime or a map victory. We'll see what they choose to do. Some discussions with Zonic there. Their loss bonus is still high because they got reset after losing that 1 round, such is this current economy. Again, it's more disastrous if you lose a round after stringing some together. EG with some money in the hole, but it's all about this round, and Astralis are going to go for the Force Buy. It'll be a Deagle up to an AK-47 with an UMP and a Galil in between. There's some utility, still some support for them, a round down at the moment. Won't be a fast play into A, it seems. Early smokes outside. What are the intentions here for Astralis? They've really kept EG guessing. They've been really quiet, given them minimal sound cues, but there's a race car into secret from Glaive.
Yeah, he's been making a lot of noise here. I wonder, it should have been heard, I would imagine, by Stanislaw. It can be hard to tell sometimes, though. And we'll soon find out if that's the case or not, based on his actions. Glaive sitting in the vents for now, just making sure it's all cleared. Rotation coming in from the CTs, dropping down from heaven to the side itself. Now Glaive is in position. We start to see Astralis wanting to work on that ramp control. There is, of course, a 2-man setup available to defend it. Holding onto lobby at the same time. A minute to go, Astralis might want to be a bit quicker than some of the previous rounds, where time also was their enemy.
The fashion in which they're playing these rounds, though, is just giving EG minimal time to react. Just no sound cues at all from the mid to late round until the duels start to come in. 45 seconds, and EG can't really know what Astralis have in mind. Double doors are open. Stan has an angle from the inside ramp, as you can see. Molotov to buy some time. But look, there's a creep in Huss at the same time. Magic's waiting for Breeze to look for information, and Breeze will take that information. Now we've got players going down the vent, but is it A, is it B? They're dancing and trying to bait that rotation. Ethan holding on the A bomb side. He's got a teammate in tow as well. 4 versus 2 now for EG. Make it 3. There's a trade from Ethan, and Dupree's alone. He has the bomb. He heads towards B, but there are still players downstairs. There's a spray from Stan. He was patient, and it's game point for EG.
It's amazing the Stanislaus in that position. Beautiful stuff there. Evil Geniuses really making it work, putting Astralis in a position where they really just had very little options. I also have to say I love how Ethan was playing defensively from sight towards that squeaky and vent angle. It was a very strong angle, but he doesn't want to die, and you can see how he prioritizes that, playing off of Breeze extremely well. One more round to go for Evil Geniuses to just find this third map in this series, and the buy looks pretty atrocious here for Astralis. They're looking to try to do what they can though, but it's like 2 Galils, 2 AKs, a MAC-10, 2 smokes left, 3 flashbangs left. It's not a good look. And Tarek, he's been a great standout performer on this map, and he's gonna have to do it again because Astralis will be through that smoke soon enough.
Opening kill from Cirque. Tarek has an off angle. They're lining up for him, but he won't get one of them. But Cirque is here. He's in the fire, in the flames, able to fall back and stay alive. That's really important for a potential retake. Stan doesn't fight to the death. You see him falling back to play with his teammates, running distraction on. Ethan opens the doors and closes them once again. 4 versus 2. Look at the health on Device and Zipex. 39 HP across 2. That is disastrous, but they are capable. They've got AKs. Well, the M4 for Zipex, that's not perfect, but maybe he can find something. There's a flank coming from ramp and plenty of players from double doors as well.
The health is just such an issue, isn't it? Device is so weak, as is Zipex. Device could easily be sprayed through the floor if there was to be a player moving through decon, and they can come from anywhere. There's the first spot. Zipex wins the first battle, loses a very little amount of health, but there's the trade coming through. Device now all on him, and there's the trade. Breeze is good for it, and so are Evil Geniuses. That is 16 to 13. That is map 2 in the bag for Evil Geniuses, tying us up, and we will be moving to a decider for the finals. It's going to be Overpass, and it seems like Evil Geniuses are awake now, James.
Fantastic test of mental fortitude. So much misinformation or lack of information from the way Astralis were playing that T side, really keeping EG guessing. They made that as hard as possible, but again, I think Stan's the right IGL to kind of deal with that, or try to at very least. They will be successful on Nuke. They turn it around in that second half. Really, Astralis have looked so strong on map 1 to map 2, and I think it took everything from EG to be able to take it to that map 3 of Overpass. It is going to be a slog, and that final map, I can't wait to see it. Those AWPs are going to be popping, and it's coming after the break.